I'm in my kitchen and we're going to take a little closer look at what we found down the basement thus far. So let's take a look at some of these specimens. I have my specimens right here in these containers, and I have my trusty little magnifying glass, which is helpful, and of course I have my cup of coffee, which is which is a necessity. All right, let's dig in here and see what we can find. We'll start with this one here and take a look what we got in there. And I think this guy's right at the top of the jar because I don't see him in the bottom. So we'll screw it and see what happens. He might make a run for it here. And there he goes. Off and running. This is what we call a common house spider. You can judge the size of them by my hand here. None of these capturees appreciate the sunlight here because they're used to little dark spaces in the basement. So they're not too happy here with me. He's wasting a lot of web. See, he's trying to get into a dark area because he doesn't like all this sunlight. Can't blame him when he's been living in the dark down there in the basement, of course. Well, anyway, there's your common house spider variety. And they come in very similar shapes, maybe a little different patterning on the abdomens, but basically the same spider you're going to find in most basements. Well, I'm going to put him back for the moment into his container, and we'll release him a little later. All right. Let's see what else we have captured here. In the second container, there's just an itty-bitty little guy. Here's my finger for comparison. He's just a little dot. That came out of the basement. And right below him there is a long-bodied cellar spider. Very common in basements. And let's see if we can bring him out for a little closer look. A lot of these cobweb weavers, as they're known, are typical to basements and dark places. You might also find down in the basement, other spiders kind of wander in sometimes in the fall or winter. You might find some funnel weavers, some grass spiders sometimes venture in. And of course the American house spider. But now we'll take a little closer look at this long-bodied cellar spider. Let's get him out. Oh my gosh, he is raring to go. Look at those long legs carrying him as fast as he can get going here, trying to find a nice dark spot to hide. I'm having problems just even filming this guy. Whoa, sorry for that jerky camera motions, but this guy is in a frenzy. He is just a super active little spider. I thought maybe I could let him out and get some good shots of him, but this little guy is in a hurry and on a mission to find himself some nice dark corner. And I wanted to show you how they can make web pretty quickly. even as tiny as they are, all these spiders have the capability of making webbing, and they usually make cobwebs, but they make a drag or a drop thread. Sometimes we call a lifeline, which they want to get away from something or someone, and they drop down with a quick made thread. It's very, very strong, and the quicker the thread is let out of the spinnerets, the faster it comes out, the stronger it is. It hardens quicker. So let's see if we can show you this little guy dropping on a drag thread, or a lifeline, so to speak. I'll get him out and see if we can keep him corralled. All right, here we go. And there he comes. And there he goes. Now, let's see if I can get him on a piece of paper for us. And see if he'll make a drop thread here for. There he goes. See him dropping his thread. Down, 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 down. And he's still dropping it because I'm picking him off the ground. And off he goes. And here he comes again with a drop thread. Right down to the countertop. Yeah. So even in a contained area, this little guy doesn't sit still very long at all. So one more to look at, that would be what I think is a yellow sac spider. I'm going to take a little closer look at it, see if we can confirm that or not. It's hard to sometimes identify these spiders unless you're really looking at them under a microscope and examining a lot of their body parts. But let's see what we got here, see if we make a rough guesstimate anyway as to what we might have. Right here in this little glass container. Let's see if we might be able to convince him to come out and take a look at us. Alright, here goes nothing. And she's already out and raring to go. Well, she's sitting for a little bit. Well, my dog and I, Tansy, have decided to take a little breath of fresh air. And one thing I should mention, for those of you who live in warmer climates like California, the southern states, Florida, if you happen to be roaming around your basement looking for spiders, be careful of the potential of black widows who like to hide out in dark places, sometimes damp places around wood piles or things like that, and also be on guard for the brown recluse. So anyway, with that said, I don't have those here to worry about a whole lot, so now let's go down to the basement. Never know what you're gonna find in your basement. It can be a real jungle down there. What the? thanks for watching. And maybe you'll have some fun times in your basement as well. Take care and have a great day. The other spider I think that we found down the basement is a, what did I say we had? we had a take two. So the last one to look at would be our yellow. Oh boy, I need another cup of coffee, I think. All right, one more time. And we're going to take 3. The other spider that I think we have here is a yellow, not a bellied. Take 4.